juking. They sending shots for some high, just juking. Hitting my desk. I'm B.I.G., you know.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see T.J. Hawkinson. He should be...
Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
2nd and 10. Purdy looking to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Purdy off the play fake. And complete to Drake London. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now 2nd and 9. Now Purdy. That one complete to McConkey. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Up the middle they go. Weaver. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. This defense for the Vikings, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Broken tackle. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal. So it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
Purdy. He finds his man, complete. It's Weaver. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line. In motion, right comes Reed. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6. And they'll send the tight end in motion. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading.
Touchdown! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. Now, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by their 8th-year quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Throwing is McCarthy. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And this one finds McConkey. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Heck of a start. A 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. From Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Hands it off out of the gun. The 20. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A big play there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 41 yards. And the Vikings are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that's going to be short of the landing zone. It doesn't make it there, so that means the ball's going to come out to the 40. And that flag accepted. Here's Purdy. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Reed. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Purdy now to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Corner blitz got home there. Pat Surtain, the one that dropped him. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Back to throw, Purdy. And that is incomplete.
I see you surprising me face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. They begin with a quick throw out left. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's McCarthy. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. To the air with McCarthy. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. The Vikings at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Vikings! A great effort there. 74 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Another drive coming up for this Packers offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain down the right sideline.
You're looking there at the defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now a 2nd and 2. Throwing here, Purdy. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And shutting him off, now open field. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Looking to throw. Purdy. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Purdy, he finds his man, complete. It's Weaver. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. Purdy sets up to throw again. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Shotgun now with Purdy. And he's got it. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Drake London with career touchdown number 60. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw McCarthy. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense heading back for one final first-half drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Into the hands of London. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing again on 2nd down. Purdy. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Out of the gun, Purdy. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well lined to the left. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window.
But no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down. Now McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big fella go. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. T.J. Hockenson, 65 yards. And the Vikings come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Teams always want to send messages. I think that was quite a statement there to start the third quarter.
Yeah, less than a minute in. Already that quick, long strike. They are setting the tone for the second half. Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Packers offense and Brock Purdy getting ready for this next possession. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Yeah, they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On now is the Packers punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they're going to get this beyond the 30 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. McCarthy off the play fake. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline.
The numbers there tell the story. That last completion going to move him up over 400 yards passing now for the game.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
To the air again, McCarthy.
Touchdown, Vikings! A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
An extra point splits the uprights, and a lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Packers ready to take over offensively. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
69 yards rushing for him now to this point.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Now Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. On now is the Packers punter as he's on to kick it away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
The Vikings offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Vikings get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 8.
Purdy looking to throw.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Purdy.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
That one complete to McConkey.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
1st down, Packers.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
And the Packers are going to have what looks to be a 1st and goal as he'll take this down to the 10-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Now the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
But when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
This is caught.
And he is going to be out of bounds well short of the pylon, and that will be a turnover on down. yards. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the... to throw from his end zone. McCarthy, this one caught. It's the tight end Hockenson. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. And with that last throw, the record comes into focus as he has now gone over 500 passing yards in this game alone. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. This is taken at the 23. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Purdy. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. And the Packers first down.
Looking to throw. Purdy. Throw left side. There's London. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
A short one there to Freiermuth. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Purdy. Throw out wide is incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Purdy, big 4th down play. That is caught, and they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Well, this game